Blitz on 2 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Dan Fanning. Welcome into the Blitz on 2, the High School League first round of the playoff edition. This year in the SCHSL, the playoff brackets were determined by RPI, not region standings. Tonight's first round was headlined by 3 local matchups in the 5A ranks. The first one, here we go. James Island hosting Wando in the backyard. Trojans up 14-0 to start the second quarter. Warriors going for it on 4th and goal. Ball carrier met in the backfield by big Malachi Jefferson. The north-south selection with a big stop. Next Wando drive, they're back in the red zone. Harris Stone to the end zone. Picked off by Jasavian Brown. Brown looking for a return, looking to get the ball out of the end zone, but he gets it to the 1. That sets up this. Connor Dantzler swings it out to Tank Scott as Tank tries to get out of the end zone. Instead, he is met right there by 2 Wando defenders for the safety. That makes it a 14-2 ball game. That 2 points all Wando can muster this evening as James Island is moving on to the second round. Trojans 24, Warriors 2. Stratford hosting 4D tonight at Ray Stackley Field. First quarter action were scoreless. Jacob Davis, the region player of the year. Quarterback bootleg, watch out, Carl Lockwood on the sideline. Cameraman, Jacob, both okay. Ensuing drive, Stratford on for a chip shot field goal. It is true. Knights strike first to lead 3-0. 4D trying to respond. The bell cow, Ryan Campbell, little stretch play right here. He gains enough for a first down as Campbell hard to bring down this evening. First down Patriots. We move to the second quarter. 4D, their turn for a chip shot field goal. That 2 is up. That 2 is good. That ties things at 3 apiece. 3-3 for much of the first half. As we go to your final score, Fort Dorchester goes on the road and they knock off Stratford this evening in 5A Division 1. 4D 20, Knights 10. AR and West Ashley met 2 weeks ago. They meet again tonight at AR. Trevor Kalis right here down to the 2 on the QB keeper. That sets up this. Kalis, little option read, fakes out Lisa Smalls. Kalis rumbles into the end zone to make it 24-0 Swamp Foxes. We got to turn back the time to a little black and white video. Something wrong with the camera, but nothing wrong with Jaden Acosta. He strolls in on the screen pass right there. Jaden Acosta, one of the best running backs in the Lowcountry, as Ashley Ridge puts up a 50-burger on the alma mater this evening. Your final score, Ashley Ridge 51, West Ashley 13. After failing to secure the region title last week, Goose Creek beginning the postseason on the road tonight up at Chapin. And we pick things up late in the third quarter as Goose Creek is down 17-0. Kamani Clary deep to Taru Davis. The freshman gets behind the secondary for a big pitch and catch. First down, Gators. That sets up this. Malik McGowan muscles in from the 1. That makes it a 17-7 ball game. Fourth quarter, we go. Kamani Clary and the Gators trying to do something with it again. He fires across the middle to Jalen Grant. Jalen inside the 5, stretches out. It's fumbled, but the refs give it to him. They said he broke the plane. That makes it a 3-point contest at 17-14. However, Goose Creek, the early deficit, too much to overcome as they fall by a single point this evening. Chapin survives 17-16, your final score. Up to Little River, Lucy Beckham trying to knock off North Myrtle Beach tonight on the road. No score in the contest. Chalmers Ballard back to pass. Our affiliate got faked out, but Cooper Cook wide open in the end zone. Lucy Beckham up 7-0. Chiefs with a quick response. Landon Cloninger on the QB keeper, the senior, with speed from about 30 yards away. We are tied at 7. After the Bengals fumble the ball away, fumble the kickoff, Drew Prince makes them pay, crown him. He dives into the end zone at North Myrtle Beach, goes ahead 14-7. Lucy Beckham, their season comes to an end tonight in Little River as NMB prevails over LB. North Myrtle Beach 42, Lucy Beckham 28. In 4A, what a regular season it was for Bishop England. They capped things off by winning the region title 2 weeks ago. BE trying to parlay that success now into the playoffs. Here we go. Bishop's beginning the postseason on DI by taking on South Aiken. First quarter scoreless. Quinn Mahoney over the middle to his top target. That is Zachary Balog. He hauls it in. That moves the sticks. First down, Bishop England. Next play, handoff to Mitchell Plaisance. Finds a running lane, bursts through it. Plaisance goes into the end zone. He has reservations for 6. BE leads 7-0. Thoroughbreds march down the field trying to answer. QB rolls out. He's one into the end zone or maybe short of the end zone. Picked off by Ian Kitchen. How about that? Whipping it up in the kitchen. Bishop England takes over on the turnover. Then, watch this, the red rifle. Mahoney finds Jacob McCara, 2 friends of the program, all alone behind the secondary. McCara does the rest. He could go all the way. BE doubles their advantage to 14-0. How about this? Logan Hall's great season continues as BE is marching on to the second round of the playoffs, where they will host yet again next Friday night. BE 42, South Aiken 19. And we're done with 5 and 4A. When we come back, kind of the rest of the high school league. 3, 2, 1. Oceanside, they won state last year in 2A. What can they do now that they are in 3A? Find out when we come back right after this. Now, the only school to win a state title last season was Oceanside Collegiate. OCA claimed the 2A title. They're beginning anew this postseason now in 3A. Oceanside taking on, wait for it, Oceanside. Who was Oceanside taking on? Here we go. Fox Creek this evening. First quarter, that is James O'Connor. He muscles in 14-0 Oceanside. Then, still in the first, it's 30-0. Make that 36-0. Ada Monavian to Will. Virgilio Will strolls in for the score. Then later, Terrence Johnson, a little swing pass from Monavian, bounces off the tackle. Makes a man miss. Terrence Johnson doing what he does best. Little yards after catch. He eats it up. Terrence Johnson in for the score as Oceanside in control. 43-0. One more time before we bid adieu. Terrence Johnson off the play from Ada Monavian. Johnson strolls in as Oceanside a lot, Fox Creek a little. This evening, your final score from Johnson Haygood, OCA 56, Fox Creek 14. Elsewhere in 3A, Hanahan hosting Silver Bluff at Wiley Knight Stadium. Hawks up 14-3 at recess, third quarter. Tripp Gallus swings it out to Drew Goldsmith, the senior, right here down the sideline. Big gain, moves the chains. First and goal, at least close to it. First down, Hawks. Then Julius Heppensteel in at QB and into the end zone. That makes it 21-3 Hanahan. Later in the quarter, Gallus loads up deep to Goldsmith. Hard to tell, but he hauls it in as his teammates tell you on the sideline for the score. I love gold. Drew Goldsmith makes it 28-3 Hanahan. Hawks go on to win their first round matchup over Silver Bluff, 35-10, your final score. In Columbia this evening, North Charleston season comes to an end against Keenan as the Raiders win it 58-8, your final score. Elsewhere up in Pawleys Island, how about this? Waccamaw wins their first ever home playoff game over Swansea. Warriors win it by 20, 43-23. They will come to Oceanside next Friday night. To 2A, Philip Simmons finished their region slate undefeated. Eric Bendig and the boys trying to do a little boogieing as they kind of march into the playoffs this evening. Iron Horses hosting Mullins at the Phil, leading 21-6 late first half. They find the scoreboard before the break. First, Tavian Orlana, quick strike to Nick Tribolette. Nick's yards after catch moves the sticks. First down, Philip Simmons. Then Orlana, dart to Colton Kellerman. K-squared races in as the Horses lead 28-6 at the break. Third quarter we go. They add to their lead. Tavian this time deep to Cooper. I may have edited those highlights incorrectly. Here we go. Orlana, a little pass. It's called back. But that leads to this. Tavian deep to Cooper Webb. With a name like Webb, it sticks to him for the score. Philip Simmons, no trouble this evening. Nice catch by Webb as he hauls it in over his defender. Philip Simmons, they advance 45-12 over Mullins. In 1A, Cross hosting Green Sea Floyd's. Raymond Owens behind the lens for this one. Visiting Trojans. First drive, QB gobbled up by a host of blue jerseys. Green Sea goes 3 and out. Home Trojans first drive, handoff to Carmelo Jones. You can ride all day long. but you'll never catch Mr. Jones. Stay mellow. Strolls in for the opening salvo. Try for two. Good. 8-zip cross. Second home, Trojans drive. Hand off to Mekhi Green. Green cases in as he bounces to the outside, and he's home free. Try for two. No good. It's 14-0 in the blink of an eye. Cross goes on to blank Greensea Floyds this evening. They win it big, 48-0, your final score. Now to the SCHSL ranks where state title bursts on the line this evening. Porter Gaud knocked off Northwood during the regular season. How would tonight's contest fare? Now it's in the postseason. Let's find out, shall we? Both teams take it to the field tonight in this 4A contest. Northwood goes 3 and out on their first drive. Cyclones turn that into this. Their ground game goes to work. J.J. Flood on the option pitch from Nolan Schumann. First down inside the Chargers' red zone. A few plays later, Schumann tossed to Flood. We have a flood warning at Porter. J.J. rumbles in. PG strikes first. 7-0. Chargers answer. Third down. Austin Grady connects with Aiden Hogan. That moves the chains. Very methodical Northwood drive takes us into the second quarter. That's when Caven Ford finds pay dirt. Bounces to the outside, and he finds daylight. He is in. Built Ford tough. Knocks things at 7 apiece. From there, Porter Gaud goes to score 14 unanswered. So Porter Gaud, they will take on Hammond next Friday night at Charleston Southern for the 4A state title. Elsewhere at Pinewood this evening, Panthers hosting Northside Christian. J.J. Singleton had himself a ball game. He rumbles in as Pinewood strikes first. They lead 7-0. Later into the second quarter, more from J.J. He rumbles in as the Panthers score again. As you can tell, the home sideline fired up. We go now to later action, still in the second quarter. Will Watson is elementary, my dear Watson, in at QB. He is into the end zone, and that makes it 21-14. Northside Christian ties it at 21. J.J. Singleton's day not done. J.J. rumbles in. J.J. is dynamite as Pinewood. They go up 28-21. Pinewood goes on to win 35-21. So Porter Gaud will be joined next weekend at CSU by the Pinewood Prep Panthers. Pinewood will take on Wilson Hall next Saturday for the 3A state title. Elsewhere in the SCHSL ranks this evening, we have some scores to show you. Well, I guess we do not. We'll have to hide those scores when we come back. We'll try to see if we can find out what happened in these ball games this evening, as we'll be back with the Blitz on 2 right after this. And welcome back into the Blitz on 2. Some more high school league playoff first round action. Some scores to show you this evening. Academic Magnet season ends at Barnwell 42-0. Lake City goes to Timberland, and they go back to Lake City with an L. The Wolves are moving on 20-15. Your final score. Elsewhere across the Lowcountry this evening, Hannah Pamplico, big winners over MMA 43-6. Elsewhere, as we continue to show you some scores this evening, Baptist Hill, thanks to Marion Brown for letting me know that his Bobcats are moving on as they blank the Vikings of Latta 16-0, your final score. Elsewhere, Newberry Downs, Georgetown 48-0 in Andrews. Their season falls by 2 in Turbeville. East Clarendon prevails 14-12. Elsewhere, Carvers Bay, their season ends by 6 points as Denmark Olar. They are moving on 22-16, your final score. For our play of the night, we go to the college basketball ranks. CFC, FAU tied at 116 in double overtime. Ante Berdzovich, have yourself a night. That 3, the dagger. He tells FAU, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Take another lick. In double overtime, Ante gets it off at the buzzer. It is good. Berdzovich having himself quite a year so far for the college. Now to the college football ranks where South Carolina's name, it showed up on Tuesday. The top 25 rankings at 21st. In order to stay there next week, they need to take care of business against the team from the Show Me State, Mizzou, tomorrow. Shane Beamer, winless all-time against the Tigers in 3 tries as the head coach of South Carolina. Shane can point his finger to the Tigers being more physical as a reason why they've come out on the losing end in those contests. Carolina now ranked this week for the first time since 2022. Now the ensuing Saturday, they played, you guessed it, Mizzou. A lot of shine is on Shane's program at the moment, but they need to focus on what's important, not the number by their name.
I realize that we only have them for 4 hours a day in this building. So the other 20 hours, everybody on campus. So everybody on campus, please don't be patting them on the back and telling them how amazing they are right now. Please don't be talking about rankings and bowl games and everything else. Let's talk about Missouri. But the other 20 hours that they're outside this building, they've got people telling them how great they are right now. But we've got a mature group. They're very hungry, and nobody's goal was to win 6 wins or win 6 games and be in the top 25. We all had higher expectations going into the season.
And South Carolina will take on Mizzou tomorrow. Clemson up at Pitt. Citadel on the road at Wofford. CSU on the road at Eastern Illinois. SC State is at Morgan State. With the win, the Bulldogs can win the MEAC, and they would play in the Celebration Bowl in Atlanta. We'll have more tomorrow for the college. We'll have more next Friday for the high school ranks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Friday. Deuces.